everyone. I firstly want to apologise for the lateness of this video. I understand that I was meant to upload a video about 3 weeks ago, or maybe even longer, and I never did because I just have a lot of rubbish going on at the moment. I've started uni and it's just getting the flat finished because we've still got this room to sort of sort out, so I spent a lot of time on this. So my last video was going to be a bit about dysphoria and what is transgender, what is dysphoria, and a bit about mental health. I did do a video about it, I did upload it, but it failed, and then I just never got around to re-uploading it, and because I feel like maybe within that video I didn't really talk about it as much as I could have, or as good as I could have, just because I was really struggling at that point. My mental health was in a really bad place and I was just trying to talk about the problems that were really affecting me. I've really been struggling lately, but recently, like the last couple of days, I've been feeling a bit more uplifted, a bit better about myself, purely because of the fact that I know that my meeting is next Thursday and it is very close, and I'm very, very excited about it. Having the consultation, finding out what the next step is, it's going to be really good. So that's coming up. So with uni I started Monday. I was meant to have started Monday, but I got really panicky and anxious about it because I wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to do. I suddenly, like last minute, was just like, I don't think I should go to uni. My dad helped out. I spoke to the head of my course and she was really nice and understanding about it, and just said, don't worry, it's only Freshers Week, you start officially next week anyway, and she's aware of the fact that I'm transgender and I'm going to be transitioning, and she's really excited about that, which is really cool. So I'm going to talk a little bit about dysphoria because I've been suffering quite bad with it recently. I have since forever anyway, but recently I've been struggling a lot more. So a definition off the internet of gender dysphoria is the condition of feeling one's emotional and psychological identity as male or female to be opposite to one's biological sex. So gender dysphoria is the condition or illness or whatever that you need to be diagnosed with to be able to actually start hormone therapy. So my consultation, where I'm going next Thursday, they'll basically be looking at my lifestyle, the way I live, the way how long I've been living for as Leo, blah blah blah, and they will be deciding whether they can diagnose me with gender dysphoria or not, which then decides whether they can prescribe me with hormones or not. So there's been a lot of debate about gender dysphoria, basically people, there's trans people out there who are out as trans, but they claim that they don't have any dysphoria whatsoever. Now that's the debate. People think that a lot of people are saying that you don't need dysphoria to be trans. Now personally I believe that's a load of crap. If I didn't have dysphoria, I wouldn't still be going through the process to change my gender. If I didn't have dysphoria, I'd be living as Josie, wearing whatever clothes I wanted, maybe makeup even, and have long flowing hair. I don't understand why, if you didn't have dysphoria, you'd want to go through the stressful process that transgender people go through and take hormones for the rest of your life. Personally, I feel like a lot of people at the moment are using it as like a fashion statement, which really pisses me off. A lot of people are out as trans just because it's in and everyone's doing it, and it's like, no, people are just more accepting of it nowadays, so that's why a lot more people are coming out. I'd say it's pretty much a normal thing to come across transgender people at the moment. So many people are coming out, which is great. But again, I feel like there's the debate of whether you should have dysphoria or not, I think is a bit stupid. If you didn't have dysphoria, then why would you be putting yourself through such a stressful situation of being transgender? I mean, the amount of shit that transgender people go through every day, why would you put yourself through that if you weren't dysphoric? Now, I understand there may be people watching this who don't have dysphoria and are transgender. So if you are in that place, please talk to me, because I'd love to understand your point of view. So gender dysphoria can be anything from thinking your eyelashes are too long to literally hating the entire of your body. Now, that's pretty much me. I do not like, I can't really pick out anything about my body that I actually like. I mean, there's so much that I want to change, and so much that testosterone will change, and surgery. I suffer from dysphoria really, really badly. I have a large chest, which I've spoken about before, which is really dysphoric for me, because if I can see it through a t-shirt, or I feel like it is visible, even when I'm binding, I know it is, I can get really dysphoric and anxious about it. Or if I feel like maybe someone's looking because they're not quite sure, and it's a bit like, don't bloody look. I'm also quite dysphoric about my height. I'm very, very short. A lot of people think I'm about 13, which then I'm very dysphoric about my voice, which then helps the fact that I look 13. It just makes me look even younger, because people look at me and I've got this baby face because I have no facial hair or shape to it. It's just like a little chubby round thing. And then they hear me talk and they're like, okay, so you're like 12 then. And then they look at my tattoos and think, how the hell have you got tattoos? And I get ID'd for almost everything. I've been ID'd for petrol before, and it's ridiculous. So dysphoria is a condition that needs to be diagnosed for me to be able to start my treatment. So dysphoria can work alongside a lot of other mental health issues. Some people just have dysphoria and that's it. But usually when you have dysphoria, you get all the others as well, and they all work together to make your life misery. So I get very anxious. I get massive problems with anxiety. Like sometimes I will be so dysphoric and anxious and depressed that I will call in sick to work, because I physically cannot stand myself and I do not want to be around people. I can't get out of bed. I don't want to get dressed. I don't want to see my body. So it can affect people massively. Like, I have suffered with depression and anxiety. Like, it's been horrible for me. I've been to the doctors. I've gone on antidepressants, which hasn't worked for me. It just caused me to literally never sleep, which then made me tired, which then made me more depressed and unhappy, and just everything. It just didn't work. So I just want people to be more aware about gender dysphoria and about the fact that trans people are suffering every single day. It's not just a walk in the park for us. The amount of stuff that we have to go through just to be ourselves and just to be happy, and then have people making us feel more uncomfortable than we already do. I feel like people don't understand it and aren't aware enough. People need to do more research about it. There's only so much I can talk about because I don't want to make the video too long again. But if you do have any questions about mental health, gender dysphoria, what being transgender is, then please feel free to message me, or just Google it, give it a search, do some research on it. I mean, there's so much information out there now because it's so I wouldn't say popular, but it's so much more accepted in today's society. Just it's great. So yeah, that's it really. I don't want to talk too much about it just because all my videos seem to be really, really long. But yeah, if you do have any other questions about it, please feel free to send me a message. I'll happily answer your questions as long as they are appropriate. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for my next video. I think my next video will be after my consultation, so it will be not next week, probably the week after. So I don't know, I may do it after. I'm at uni and I'm working, so it may have to be the following week, so maybe in 2 weeks' time. But that'll be basically explaining what happened within the consultation, what the next steps are, and how much closer I am to starting testosterone. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please check out my other videos. Give them all a like. If you haven't, give this one a like. subscribe. I'll keep everyone updated through Instagram. I feel like that's my base for my YouTube channel, where I promote it quite a lot anyway, so I'll probably stay with that. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support of everyone again. It's been really nice. And I will see you all in about 2 weeks' time.